Did those strikes seriously inhibit the Iranian nuclear program? Were they able to get the uranium out before? I heard it's actually quite movable. You implied that they gave them notice before they struck. We already now see that they've rebuilt roads around that main facility. We can already see that from the satellite images even a week later. What do you think is the actual state of that? Also, it's one thing to have a nuclear capacity. It's another thing to actually be able to put it on a warhead. So what do you think the status is, besides all the media that we hear?
Well, I think that's an important caveat that you mentioned at the end. First of all, I'm not privileged to whatever the intelligence tells us. And I've learned through many years of service in the military that intelligence tends to be whatever the boss wants. So you tend to get intelligence at the top that people think you want to see. It doesn't mean that it's the only intelligence or the only answer, but you end up sifting through things and then predigesting it. What gets to the top is not necessarily what the top needs to see. We've been listening to Mr. Netanyahu tell us that they're 2 months, 2 weeks, 2 days, 2 hours from a nuclear weapon for how long? Certainly since 1995. So I'm very skeptical of all that sort of business. The other thing is that the people I do trust and know something about Iran and have some sort of access to very sensitive intelligence tell me that there is no effort to build a bomb and hasn't been. I tend to think that's true. Now, the question is, what about these installations that we bombed? Was everything out or was there something in? I don't know, but Ted Postel, who knows a great deal about this, as well as some others, suggests that the enriched uranium, at any rate, was probably removed because we did not detect any release of radiation. And normally, if you're successful at destroying something like that, and there is the presence of plutonium, you're going to get radiation. You're going to sense it. You can pick it up. That hasn't been picked up. There is a growing body of evidence to suggest that not only was the material moved, they may have moved some of the centrifuges along with all of the uranium and enriched uranium, and they may be at other locations about which we know nothing. And the Iranians had discovered that the IAEA had functioned as a very valuable intelligence collection agency for the Mossad. So I would not expect to see the IAEA ever come back. So to answer your question, I don't think this is the end at all. And since we don't seem to think that we killed anybody, even President Trump seemed to think that we hadn't.
How do you get out of a rat race? How do you create wealth not only for yourself, but also for the generations to come after?
I am absolutely amazed with the quality of companies that we're getting exposure to.
We go on to Zoom calls with the innovators and the folks who are building new applications in metaverse, blockchain, artificial intelligence, decentralized finance.
What's going on, everybody? Thumbs up if you can see me.
We are focusing on early stage investment.
And the quality of people that we're getting exposure to, whether it be Dan Tapiero with 1RT, Jason Ma from Open, Yatsu from Animoca.
It's been a phenomenal experience thus far. It has far exceeded my expectations.
We are focusing on cutting edge technologies.
I view it now as the best investment I've ever made. The upside, I view, is unlimited.
And as a retail investor, I would never get this exposure anywhere else outside of Investment Club.
See you in the Investment Club.
You add it up, and what is this? It was a symbolic gesture. And remember, the Iranians then subsequently struck Bahrain, our military installations there. Before they did it, they warned us. And by the way, we had already evacuated everyone from Bahrain.
Right, and Qatar as well, right?
Well, I don't know. Maybe the case. But all I'm saying is it strikes me that there was this sort of quid pro quo between Washington, between President Trump and the Iranians. Now, one of the things I keep telling people, and they look at me as though I'm crazy, having worked for President Trump, met with him a couple of times, this is a man who does not want a war, Brian. He doesn't. And whenever he's pushed, he looks for a way to do it without doing much. He did that in Syria twice with cruise missile shots. And these cruise missile shots changed nothing, hit nothing. And he declared success and victory and walked away. I think that's his preference. This is a little different, though. And I don't think we're going to be able to walk away permanently, because I think the Israelis will now recover and they will undertake everything in their power to resume this war as soon as they can. And the real catalyst for conflict, I don't think is nuclear weapons at all. I think it's Gaza. And as long as Gaza persists and continues to bleed, there will be more killing in the region.
Are there Hezbollah sleeper cells in America, and is that something to be concerned about? I don't think we've ever seen one activated, but is that something to be concerned about?
The FBI rounded up some people and put them under arrest. So I would think that we probably know, if there are any, who they are. You know, it's very difficult to conceal this sort of thing. You know, somebody was asking me about the Iranians. We have a large Iranian population in California.
Yeah.
In fact, you can't buy a Ferrari in California unless you go through the Iranians that own the dealerships. I mean, it's a standing joke. You want a Ferrari, better speak Farsi. And then, you know, they don't sell it to you right away. I mean, it's a very interesting development. So I think we know where the Iranian population is. And the other thing is, I don't think Iran is in the position right now where it wants to do something here that would make matters worse. Now, again, that may change. The worse things get, the more people die, the more likely you are to see something like that. But right now, I think the Iranians have told everyone to hold fire.
Hey, I know investing in crypto is scary. It takes a real leap of faith because there are so many scams, rug pulls, and bad actors out there. It's a dangerous business, which is why 95% of people lose all their money. Well, that's why I created the London Real Investment Club, so you can access the hottest deals on the planet and use the crypto bull market to create the generational wealth that you deserve. Join my team of over 100 people from around the world that are making millions of dollars behind the scenes investing in blockchain, AI, Web3 games, DeFi, Bitcoin, and more. Don't miss out. Click the link below to book a call with one of my team now. But hurry, this bull market will end soon.
I know investing crypto can be scary. That's why you gotta join the investment club. Pull the trigger. Let's do this.